Hello friends, today a quick little tutorial on how to use the ML controls panel within the EOS augmented system. So in the global campus light plot we have quite a number of moving lighting fixtures, and they all have multiple parameters, and in order to be able to control them I thought I'd do a little tutorial quickly here today to give you an idea of how you might control those fixtures. So I have my magic sheet handy here. I'm getting some flickering in this software program. I think it's likely because I have a number of other software programs running, including the one that's recording this little demo right now. So I want to start. I'm looking over at my magic sheet, and I can see that the Sola Spot 1000s and the Sola Frame Theaters are in the 300s, 301 through 310. 301, you have to come over here and be in the software program, 301 through 310, full, as you remember, brings up full without having to hit the enter key. Out is the other key that you can also hit if those channels are active. In other words, if you've hit the backspace key or the clear key in your command line and it's not exactly the same, out won't work the same way. You'll want to clear your command line all the way out, and then you can either type those channel numbers in again and hit out, or you could type the channel numbers in again and say @0 enter. You could not type the channel numbers in, have a completely empty command line, and hit sneak. And sneak is a feature of the console that sort of sneaks the lights out. It's a setup feature that you can tell them the lights to go away completely. So I'll show you that. So those lights are still active. So I told them to be at full. So if I clear out that command line, if I hit out now, you can hear me hitting out. It doesn't do anything. But I can hit the sneak. Oh, it's giving me a syntax error. If I hit the sneak command and enter, it'll fade all the active channels, all the channels that are captured. It'll fade them out to 0. So I want to do that again. 301 through 310, full. You may not want them at full. Here's how to point your moving lights within the augmented system. It's your left mouse button. It's a long hold, and then all of those lights will then be under your control. So everything that is captured right now will all focus to the same spot wherever your mouse goes. Now, clearly, if you want to focus them all in different places or have them do different things, which would be probably a good idea, you don't want to click them all all in the same spot all at once, unless you're trying to set up a focus palette so that you can quickly move all of your lights there. For this particular light plot, that might not be the very best scenario. I'm going to hit out, and I'm going to use, I think, channel 310. Let's see where 310 lands on the stage. Looks like it can still hit relatively center stage there. What happens if I want to take this light and put it on this? How about we want to put it on our guy here? I'm going to put it on him. Oh, so we got a nice, sort of a nice backlight, or it sort of appears as a backlight to us just because of where we're sitting. I'm going to go up to ML controls now, and you see this is one of these little pop-up menu shortcuts. I could make it a tab down here. As a matter of fact, I could make ML controls a tab, and you see there's all the functions that this lighting fixture can do, and it's quite a few. I'm going to go back into augmented, but I'm going to use this pop-up one so that I can still have my screen at its widest. And it depends on how you want to have it set up at home. If you've got a small screen, you might want to use the little pop-out ML controls, and you might want to use the little pop-out keyboard instead of creating tabs, so that you can kind of maximize your screen real estate. So I'm going to open up this pop-up ML controls again, and I feel like that light is nice, but I want it to maybe open up a little bit more. So I'm going to roll over until I find the function that I'm looking for. Now on the actual lighting console, there are wheels and there are buttons that control a lot of these things without you having to bring this menu up. Although if you want to choose color, the color picker is, pretty easy to find if you use the ML controls menu. So that's generally what I do most of the time. So if I want to, open up that spot a little bit, I know this particular lighting fixture will zoom, and you can see I've come over here and I found the zoom function. It's at 7 degrees right now. So if I just sort of roll it up, and I can just push above this middle line, I can click it and it will roll. I can go down below and click it and it'll roll. Or I can just hover over this little wheel and I can use my scroll wheel on my mouse to get fine adjustments. So I've opened that up a little bit. That's pretty cool. I kind of like that. And you see it's got a really kind of a soft focus to it, this particular lighting fixture. Maybe we also want to put a pattern in it. So I'm going to scroll over here and look through these patterns. So I've put that pattern now in the fixture, but it's hard to see because the edge is so soft. I really can't see any definition in that gobo at all. So I'm going to come back over here to edge. I'm going to roll that edge up until I can actually see the focus on the. And you see, it looks like that light is really hitting way over my subject. So I'm going to come back over here to pan and tilt. Those are the functions that we typically use that are on encoder wheels, is what they're called in the lighting console. And that allows us to, pan is moving the light side to side, and tilt is moving the light up and down. So it looks like I want to tilt it up just a little bit, and or that looks like it's backwards. So I'm gonna, I want to tip it so that it's tipped down a little bit more. So maybe it hits my subject a little bit better. Although it looks like that gobo, wherever it is, I'm losing a lot of the output quality. So I'm going to come back and maybe I'll find a different gobo. Maybe I like that one better, or maybe I like this one. I don't know, or this one, or this one. Oh, flames, or this one. Oh, this is quite a statement. Maybe he's. Maybe you want to give the sense that he's trapped, and this is a metaphor, these jail bars. I'm going to move the light over here. Let's see if I can click and hold and get the light to come. Yeah, because of where that light is focused, now you can sort of see what it is. I'm going to take it out, and I'm going to find a different fixture. Maybe it's 306 is another Solar Frame Theater. It's 306, and I know where that light is because I looked on my magic sheet. Actually, I'm going to back up. I'm going to take that light out. I'm going to sneak that out. I'm going to put 310 back up. Oh, I didn't save it at its position wherever it was. I was going to show you a feature which is called recall from. There you go. Actually, I don't know. That's pretty dynamite. I'm going to leave that like that. I'm going to open that up just a little bit. All right, I was going to show you some features and functions, but now I'm going to do some lighting design because I just want to make it perfect. I don't know. That's pretty rocking. Maybe I want to find a one like maybe 303, maybe 309. 309 is a fixture that's out here. Where is 309? I told it to go to full, but it didn't. Let me try to point it. Maybe it's just pointed somewhere that I can't see it. Yeah, it was just pointed way upstage. Based on where this lighting fixture is, it looks like I'm not going to get her. I was going to try to hit her. It's not going to get her really well. So I'm going to just take it out, and I'm going to try a different lighting fixture. I know that 303 is out here. I know that one's going to be able to go and hit her. And so I'm going to try that. I'm going to go back to my ML controls, and I'm going to scroll over to the zoom, and I'm going to zoom it open just a little bit. And that may be, that's a little dramatic. It's like, oh, there they are in follow spots, or whatever. And maybe you convince the director, or maybe you're saying this is really what I want to say, about my play. And maybe this is a top of the show cue or something like this, or you zero in on something like this and you bring up some blue lights. I don't know if I have my backlight system, or my top light system would give me a wash of color on the stage. 51 through 63, I'll try full. That's, maybe a little bright, although, maybe it's not too. So I can adjust that intensity at 7, enter. That knocks the intensity down. And maybe I want to go to ML controls and I want to find a color. I could use this color picker. Now, you see I don't have all the choices that I had on the moving lights because these are they're static fixtures, they don't move. They are LEDs, so they do change color. So I can adjust the amount of red, lime, green, and blue in these fixtures. Or I can just choose something on the color picker, like maybe if I want to go with something a little blue, like that's that's kind of nice. So this is your color picker, kind of right at the top. Maybe maybe they're in hell. I don't know. Maybe they're in a musical. I don't know. Or as I've told you what I like, I'm going to go to I'm going to click gel. I'm going to scroll down to the bottom where the standard colors are. And maybe I'm going to find just I'm going to try cyan because it's a little bit green. That's a little much. Maybe cyan at 50% or cyan at 25%. I'm going to try cyan at 50%, but now it's the intensity is too bright. So I have an intensity control here on my in my ML control, so I'm going to adjust that intensity down. So maybe, this is the process of lighting designers kind of going through you got to know your cues. Rather, you have to know where your lights are hanging and what they will do for you and where they're focused. And then you just set about, starting up. I'm going to close that. And I say I like this, so I'm going to record 1, enter. So now I've recorded one of my light cues. Now maybe I want to bring in the power of the sun. So I'm going to ask for group 201 because I know this one has a group. Those are all of those Mac auras. And we'll show you today how to get those lights back, why they were flickering, and if you'd rather have Mac aura. So if I hold it right there, I can put them all in the center of the stage. We've got a little bit of haze going so you can kind of see those beams. So if I go up into ML controls, I can scroll over to the zoom because this fixture has a pretty good zoom. 11 degrees all the way, well, you can see 11 all the way to 58 degrees, which is great. That's a lot. Now, very likely you don't want them all pointing in the same spot because that's probably going to say something really weird about your play. And maybe you don't like that urine yellow. Maybe you love urine yellow. And maybe it says just the right thing to you. But maybe I don't love that. And so maybe I want to say orange, or that's actually orange. That's maybe a little too orange. Orange 50%. That's not bad. A lot of times I'm just up here messing in the color temperature area. 3200 degrees. I default to that a lot because that gives me sort of the color temperature of a traditional incandescent stage lighting fixture, which, given my age, 26, I'm accustomed to that and I like it. And it's nice, lovely highlights on actors' faces. Or sometimes I'm going with a little higher color temperature today. Maybe it's 3800, 4400. I don't know. You kind of decide what you like. I hope this has given you a little bit of an idea of these features. We'll go through some of these features today in class, but hopefully if you need to replay something quick, this video might give you a sense of how to turn these lights on and off within Augmented. Okay, thanks everyone. Go forth and design lights.